What a strange show. Hello, YouTubers. This is the noobifier. On the 26th of February, 2026, there was an hour-long starcitizen live Q&A sound design. If you like the content and the no bullshit format, please consider subscribing so you're able to see when more content is published. Here's what you need to know. Jared with the usual intro. On deck we had Simon, audio director, Tristan, sound designer, Josh, sound designer, and John, sound designer. John elaborated that the hoodie he was wearing was actually his own cat and that it was a gift from his wife. Jared laid down some guardrails by saying that the focus would be on ships mainly. Tiny Rick wanted to know how the designers begin to design the sound, and Simon said that it's mostly down to the ship manufacturer, the speed of the craft, where the motors are, and what the systems are, those types of things. Josh said that they might brainstorm as a group to discuss, and they might make noises, and then once the team likes the direction, they would commit that in the studio. Ideally, they like to avoid using stock sounds if possible. Recording several sounds to be layered together is how most of this comes together. Simon said that he draws on a team of 6 who create the sounds to be edited, and then John spoke about how valuable the brainstorming sessions are. As more ships are released, the library or sound style helps guide the next ones. New ships have the most current sounds, and they have plans to go back through the legacy ships to improve the back catalog. There's a specific focus on the startup sounds for the ships. Jared then swore, but he claimed that he didn't know that it was a naughty word because he's from America and has been testing out some words that he's been hearing at the water cooler since moving to the UK. 20% of the chat messages today had something to do with Simon's hair. Jared acknowledged that there's no sound in space, but that there was sound in starcitizen space. Chat wanted to know about damage effects, meaning would there be new noises as the ship became more damaged, and they said that they would love to do this as part of the engineering systems. Chat wanted to know about making the ship sound uniquely between space and atmospheric flight. They said that they plan to do this. They also plan to make the sound of flybys sound different in space or atmosphere, and some people in chat asked if atmospheric sounds would sound different on planets with denser or less dense atmospheres. They said that they plan to do this, but it's not something that they're working on. The focus has been on new content and updating legacy ship sounds. Chat wanted sonic booms as part of the flyby sounds, and they said that they plan to do this. And then chat asked why many of these features sounded like things that are being discussed for the first time. And then Jared confirmed, no, that is not the case. All of these questions are good. They're just not a priority at the moment. Simon commented that having Chris with his experience as a director and producer helps to achieve a true cinematic sound result. There have been explosions that have been added back in the newest patch that were bugged. Simon took time to make some sounds with his mouth to demonstrate how the brainstorming might work. They were talking about leaf blowers and all kinds of other stuff, but all of this is to show you how sounds begin. Chat asked if they would consider removing the slurping sound that is currently in game for drinking, and that question went unanswered. There are known bugs in Salvage that are being worked on. Jared asked if they had ever spent many days or even a week making something sound super cool just to have that sound removed because of player feedback, and they said yes, that happens. Some ship manufacturers are easier to make sounds for, and then Jared teased that there may be a new Origin ship releasing in the next 3 months. They said that they sometimes go shopping for items that make odd noises like toys, but they also buy salad, beets, bananas, potatoes. These items make nice sounds. And then Jared mentioned Simon's hair for a little bit and how chat was interfering with it, and then that's it, right? If you like the content, got something out of it, please consider sharing with a friend or org mate. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.